Records appraisal. Objectives. By the end of this topic, the officer should be able to 1. Explain the importance of proper records disposal. 2. Explain the various legislations governing disposal of records. 3. Describe records disposal procedures. 4. Explain different methods of records disposal. Reasons for records appraisal. Appraisal, which is sometimes called evaluation or selection, has two purposes. First, appraisal involves deciding what records need to be kept and for how long in order to allow the organization to continue its work. This is known as appraisal for continuing utility. Second, appraisal involves deciding what records merit permanent preservation as archives because they have an enduring value for purposes other than those for which they were created, such as historical research. This is known as appraisal for enduring value. Appraisal. The process of determining the value of records for further use, for whatever purpose, than the length of time for which that value will continue. Also known as evaluation, review or selection. Continuing utility, the finite usefulness that records may have for the continuance of business or as evidence thereof. Enduring value, the indefinite value that records may have for any purpose and that justifies their preservation as archives, e.g. legal, historical, fiscal. The purpose of appraisal. Appraisal involves determining what the records are or what they will be once they are created, who creates them and why. How they relate to the creating agency's functions and to other records. How they are used, when and by whom. Once all this information is known, the continuing utility or enduring value of the records may be assessed. Appraisal makes it possible to dispose of records promptly when their continuing utility for business purposes has expired, whether that disposal is by destruction or by transfer for archival preservation. In order to balance economy with good administration, it is necessary that records are neither disposed of too late or too early in their life cycle. If disposed of too early, records with continuing utility or enduring value may be destroyed. If disposed of too late, resources are wasted storing and maintaining unneeded records. To determine the life expectancy of records by assigning retention periods. Retention periods must be assigned to all records in an agency, not just those with possible archival value. Reasons for records appraisal. Retain their importance for documenting legal status, rights, and obligations of individuals, groups, organizations, and governmental bodies despite the passage of time. Provide evidence of significant policy formulation and business processes of the government. Provide evidence of our government's conduct of foreign relations and national defense. Provide evidence of government deliberations, decisions, and actions relating to major social, economic, and environmental issues. Provide evidence of the significant effects of government programs and actions on individuals, communities, and the natural and man-made environment. Contribute substantially to knowledge and understanding of the people and communities of our nation. Criteria for selecting records. Some of the considerations taken into account during the appraisal process include physical volume expressed in terms of cubic or linear feet, frequency of use daily, monthly, yearly, administrative and operational needs served by the record, legal and fiscal regulations governing retention, historical significance, economic advantage of moving the records from high-cost office.